Hello. It's D&D time. Fuck yes. Hope y'all are doing well on this Saturday evening. Yeah, it's evening. That's time. Time has passed. So just as a little heads up, it's going to be a bit of a shorter session tonight. We are going to be not having a session on the 26th of August and the 2nd of September, and we're going to have our long session on the 19th of August. So, we shall see what happens in these next couple of weeks, for what the hell is going on. But, we do... a little more. We do have an all new leveled up party. They were able to do their level ups fully themselves and know what they got. Wild. So they're all level 7 now, and yeah, all new shenanigans are afoot. So jumping into our normal things. The music section is up and running. You'll see on screen what song is being played. The link to the very carefully curated Spotify playlist in the About Me section labelled D&D Spotify Music. At the top has got all of the artists with, all of the musicians, artists, yeah, same thing I guess. All of their names as well as social media links and website links and all of that stuff. All of it is copyright free. I have gone through and very carefully made sure. And then on the next page down it tells you all of the playlists that I use, or have made up I should say, including a very specific character playlist that has all of the songs for each player individually. I don't have all of them down just yet, but we've got a good array of them, and I found 2 more when listening to some music on the stream that I did last week, where we worked on Kanara, which is the next planet that the next campaign is going to be running on. That is all coming underway very, very nicely, so who knows, maybe we'll get to do some more stuff. I do want to do more streams and stuff on it, just because it's really fun. I love world building. It has been such a good time to create that world from scratch. It literally just started with a generated map, and then I filled it in myself. With terrain, there's very specific terrain that I've made. There are homebrew races. There's fucking all sorts. I'm slowly working on the lore for all of the races. Excuse me. Doing a little bit more info on the deities, and working on just one specific continent at the moment, so that continent is up and running for campaign 4, because that's where it's solely going to be taking place. And yeah, all of those emotes are so dang cute. Big pre-show. So who knows, maybe after the session we'll come back on a little bit after and do some Kanara world building. We'll keep going with that stuff because that has been very, very fun. Hey, Toddfather, how's it going? Hope you're doing well, friend. Don't threaten me with a good time. Hey, look, there's a dragon in the party. You can try to seduce him, but Amora might get jealous. But, so, I do rules differently. If you want to know what those are at any point, type in !DND and you will see a Google Doc with all of the rules. There are a fair few, so I don't recap them every time. Also, there is the deal with the SEER rule that we've come up with, or implemented, that we all agreed on. So far, there has been one deal made. So, Brooke's character, Amora, got to change a roll to a natural 20, and in turn, at some point, I just get to change one of her rolls to a natural 1. So, we'll hold on to that for a good while. To see the artists of the maps, aside from the world maps, that's mine, type in !DND maps to get the links to the reclusive cartographer and Go Adventure maps. End of Latov, which is the title of this campaign, will give you a synopsis about what this ding dang game is about. Moobot will pop in every now and again to remind y'all about channel point inspiration. If you think a character's doing something cool, or you just think they're dope, you can gift them an inspiration point. Players can have a maximum of 5 inspiration points each. If they're already at their cap, you can't gift them an inspiration point, so you can either have your points refunded or you can gift it to somebody else. Up to you. Players that are watching cannot gift inspiration to themselves, and also NPCs that are on the party's side can be gifted inspiration as well. That's up to the chat. We will take a break. I'm not too sure when we will, because this is going to be a shorter session, so I'm not too sure how long we're going to go for. I will chuck it out to the players and we'll see. And as in the DM, I don't really look at chat. I leave it to my wonderful mods to keep you all sussed out, but you're normally pretty good. So I am already a scatterbrained mess, so I don't really need to be all over the place looking at chat. As well as redeems and stuff like that that make notification noises, they are all turned off for the purposes of keeping focus on the players. So any pressures that you do redeem, they won't come up with a sound. But if you do decide to do any pressures, they are much appreciated. They are preached! So let me just find one more thing I'm going to open. And let's jump in with our peeps. Heyo, y'all. Oh, wrong one. Okay. All good about the sick thing. If you need to mute and to do things, it's totally fine. I say this as he vanishes. Oh, he gets to leave me. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm still here. I was just closing the gun.
No, you're good.
Oh,
Boop. Hey.
I did hear you. Perks of having a wireless headset.
Very true. I do miss it. And Brooke is currently dying.
Sorry, I was watching a TikTok about Baldur's Gate, and they were like, playing games for the romance. What am I, a Dungeons and Dragons player?
It's the only reason I'm buying Baldur's Gate 3 is to romance everything, right? Okay.
Incredibly
I
fair.
really want to get it, but I probably can't get it till next Friday.
It's so fucking
This-
expensive.
The $100.
Yeah, it is. It's on my wish list, so
Yeah,
maybe
same.
one day. It's not at the moment.
Well, it's coming out on PlayStation, so
Mhm.
hopefully it comes out on Xbox, because then me and my brother-in-law can go halves on it, because we share a license.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. Nice. Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, they're going to come out with it for Xbox. They just apparently got some big
Issues.
syncing issues to do.
Oof.
Yeah, because PlayStation's coming out next month,
I thought it was. Oh, yes. In
and
the
then yeah, Xbox is going to be a little later,
September next month.
so I'll just wait.
Fair enough.
That way I only have to spend $50 instead of $100.
Oof.
Big savings.
Absolutely.
Big.
Hell yeah. Okay, so previous session, session 24, from the 4th to the 23rd of Ardor Light, 999Z. You guys catch your ship to Tottenham in the Dakola Archipelago, right at the top of the world. I nearly said continent again because I've been switching between continent and planet. Halfway through the trip, bored out of his mind, Rourke points out that the sky rip is growing. The tear in the sky flashes quickly, and a bunch of people fall through. You get to see Xavius, they were a dark grey tiefling, Finch, who you guys have met before, Redden, a lightning ganassi, Tani, who was a magma ganassi, Nishi, a half-orc, and Neomark, a Goliath. There was also a rat folk and a couple of other just like random people that appeared. You'll get acquainted with these random lot of people, all a very weird assortment of characters. Finch is very stunned by Raiden, as he saw him die about 1,000 years ago, and Raiden, being Raiden, just kind of shrugs it off like, no, you're lying. When the newly arrived people learn about what the hell's going on, a name is dropped that caused Elios a fair bit of pain. In which Raiden immediately replies by shouting one of the names out loud, just hoping to cause some pain. Lucky or unlucky, that person hasn't been found yet. So, some of the Nim books are handed out, and the main person of interest reading it is Nishi, as Nishi is one of the higher deities that you haven't found any alternates for. Apparently Necron, Naomi, and Noah had been hunting and slaughtering demi-deities in another reality. You guys find out, and Amora and I think it's meant to say Rourke. Amora and Rourke are suddenly feeling very, very awkward. Sorry, I did dump a whole bunch of names on you. I don't blame you. Finch vanishes to ask the council and Taria about some stuff, and this upsetting Raiden, not really wanting to be left alone with this rando bunch of people, and also a bit of fear in the form of anger coming out in the fact that what happens when he vanishes? Does he just go back to being dead? Rourke and Raiden have a heart-to-heart, which ends up in a punch-off. The two sparring, and Rourke getting the shit kicked out of him. But with the past lot of people that Rourke has encountered through some combat and training, there's a goal to get to the same kind of standard of those people, and it kind of gives a bit of inspiration to Rourke. Over the time, some of the newcomers have disappeared. The Thai landing them in this reality only seeming to be temporary. Nim appears out of fucking nowhere, because she does that, and she lets all of you know a little bit more history and lore. She passes over 25 scrolls to her mirror realm and promises 10 more later. The scrolls must be put in some sort of cupboard, which is changed into a doorway that stays open. Just giving you all a little bit of a warning that preferably something that can be closed so that random people don't just wander in, because that might be bad. Before she leaves, Amora asks Nim if she knows anything about the Stalker Sparrow, and Nim recognizes it's a familiar, but literally nothing else. And then, just like that, Nimmer's gone. And overnight, the remaining people, which is Nishi, Tani, and Nishi and Raiden, both disappear as well. Then you all arrive to Tottenham after your 2-week travel. Over the next few days, you dig around on the beach, trying to find the tome that Kaba is looking for, and Ilios, who finds the amulet that he was probably looking for. Kaba studies his find and sees it's a spellbook, focusing on subjugation, hemomancy, and chronology. There's only a few pages missing, and over the next few days, everybody helps and pitches in to find them. Only managing to not find a couple of pages, but thinking that it goes into the stone foundation that Tottenham is on, it's not really worth it. So, from there, Kaba goes into study mode, looking into everything that's there, and Ilios goes to do some researching about his amulet, and just decides, yeah, I'll turn to it. That seems fine. Because who ever heard of a mysterious cursed amulet, right? Very good line. Over the couple of days while the two are studying and learning, Mora goes swimming and pesters Ilios unendingly. I read it as unendearingly, and I was like, I don't know what that means. I think I made up a
that
word.
would work too.
Yeah. And Brooke attempts to find out about the sword that Grandma wants him to find. It's all super boring. And instead finds the book, The Very Hungry Caterpillar, which is riveting. An extremely relatable tale with great pictures. He does end up finding some useful information about pact making and abilities through items, though. So, some info's gained. You all wake up on the... I immediately forgot the date. The 24th of Ardolight. It is... Where is Ardolight? Starting to wane down in heat as it's getting to the end of the Spalter Surge season, and going into the Zephyr's Calm, which is pretty much like autumn, except instead of the trees and stuff turning to like warm colours, it actually turns to cold colours. So the leaves on the trees turn like purple and blue instead of red and orange. Yeah. But that doesn't really matter here, because you're in a desert place. Not very many trees. Lots of sticks, though. Stick shrubs. It's great.
It's sticks.
Yep. You will wake up and meet downstairs. Have your breakfast, which is complimentary for the rooms. And y'all can decide what to do with the day.
I actually forgot what we were doing in Tottenham in the first place.
I was here for a book, and and we've already done that one, so my part of it's done. I can't remember what Helios was here for, though.
The weather.
Definitely not the weather. I'm going to reread my book to double check.
Yeah, absolutely. You open it up and find that there is just one more line that is there, but it still looks like there's more underneath it. and it says that all deities must be fixed.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm unable to open the book further, correct? Yep. Yeah. Oh, looks like I'm done.
So that means we are going down to the beach and burying Elios in the sand up to his neck.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. I'll knock him out.
No.
We can prop his book up in front of him so he can read while we do this.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
The sand will get everywhere, and I have scales. I have a lot more places that sand can get than you.
I mean,
And it will be
We could
interesting
throw
to
him
hear
in the
you
ocean.
complain about it afterwards.
I will complain, and I will continue to complain.
we could throw him in the ocean instead.
You'll never hear the end of it.
From any
I mean,
end
that's
of
kind
the earth, I
that's kind
suspect.
of the whole point.
I will sit on you, Amora, and you will not be able to move.
Yeah, I'd like to see you try.
Elias is gonna take that as an invitation, just get up from his seat, walk over to Amora, and just sit on her.
Okay. Mora, you have a very large dragon on you.
Ugh,
Um,
surprisingly comfy.
she's just gonna like continue, just like flicking him in the back of the head.
I'm just gonna ignore it and enjoy my comfy seat. And just make sure I put all my weight back.
It starts hurting.
It's just like, this is quite comfortable. You're right.
Ilios, make an insight check.
It's a 12.
What's your charisma, Amora?
Charisma is 11.
Okay. Do you have proficiency in like deception or persuasion?
And what?
Deception or
And
persuasion?
persuasion, I do.
Yeah. You can either roll for it or just have the pretty much what will be like the base for it, so like your base persuasion, which would be
I have a +3.
yeah, so it would be 13.
I will just leave it as base.
More sounds pretty convincing.
She's
Even
comfy,
says it
I'm
with a
not
smile
moving.
on her face.
Mhm. Yeah.
Who said she was lying?
The fact that she's got like a 300-pound dragonborn on her lap.
You forget she grew up with a Goliath.
Yeah. She's used to very strong
Probably the
hugs.
same weight as just in a shorter stature.
It's fine.
And probably a lot sharper too.
That's why she has dresses. Nice and puffy, some of them. Lots of padding.
Oh my god.
Dresses for all occasions. Like when a dragon ball decides to sit on you.
Oh my god.
Well, if you're comfy, I'm comfy. I'm not moving. I'm good.
So, what are we doing today, guys? Should we do some sightseeing?
But do some outdoor under the sun sightseeing. Sounds like a good idea.
Ugh. Yep.
Wait, isn't there a temple way up the mountain?
On top of the volcano, yes.
The even hotter place. That sounds fantastic.
We should go have a picnic up top of the volcano.
The fuck?
We should take something like pie or something heated up as well.
Exactly. Maybe Helios will to go for a dip in the
You guys
volcano.
can go up to the volcano. I'm going to stay where the fuck I am. I refuse to go anywhere hotter than it is already.
If you really feel that way, I imagine the most optimal way of cooling down Helios would be to take a dip in the ocean. We can organise that for you as well if you want.
You already know I don't like water.
Nonsense. I know no such thing.
We could throw some ice at him.
You might actually enjoy that one. I was trying not to make a fun suggestion for him.
Do you think we could throw stuff into the volcano?
Ooh.
I mean, we could try. Maybe nothing too big, though. So we could throw Helios into the volcano. He's not too big.
Like twice your size.
So?
So then you're not too big. We'll throw you in instead.
Well, I guess all of us are going in now.
I mean, I was just thinking like rocks and stuff, but
So a visit to the temple then.
Yeah. Yep. Up the top of the volcano.
Oh, I guess it's better than go for a swim.
Well, that was easy to convince you.
We can take some water with us. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry, I have a lot of water with me.
Okay. You all pack up and decide to make a picnic on the top of the top of the volcano. Doesn't take too long to get up there. There is literally a walkway that goes all the way up, just kind of looping. Sorry. And you get to the top probably like a couple of hours. It is luckily not the middle of Swelter Surge, so it's not hot. But the temperature is rising as you get to the top because lava. So you get to the top of the volcano and see that there is a massive platform that goes across the like the mouth of the volcano, and it is like you thought, you know, this temple would have had like been built off to the side of the volcano, you know, for safety. No, it is on the mouth of the volcano.
Oh, it sounds like Rotorua.
um,
Let's not build outside the volcano. Let's just build in the volcano.
yeah, absolutely. And there are a bunch, like a metric shit ton of safety railings for many a reason. And
Eat.
but you can still walk up the stairs to get to the temple and look pretty much over the side and just see molten magma just like bubbling and popping down there.
I'm gonna turn to Rourke and be like, it's like a wishing well, right? And flick a coin into the mouth of the volcano.
I mean, probably.
Hell yeah.
Whose temple was this again?
The knowledge domain.
I just realized I only have gold coins.
Yep.
Idiot.
Full gold into the volcano.
One for gold is yeeted into the volcano.
Yep.
Wait, did you say there's like a railing across the mouth so you can like walk over the volcano part?
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk on that. I am going for a walk across there.
Yeah. So to kind of better describe it, there's like the I wonder if I could very badly draw it. Oops. I keep minimizing Spotify so it stops playing things. Circle. Alt. No, it's a circle. So there's the actual volcano, and then there's like staircase, and then this is the temple itself on this like massive platform, and then all around the outside of the circle again there's like another like railing.
So it's
How high
like the
is
temple's
it?
like literally like right in the middle of this volcano.
Yes.
Dope. I love this. I'm 100% going over there, having a look in that temple, just skipping around, having a great old time.
Absolutely.
How high is the railing?
About. Sorry, I'm trying to get rid of this. Hold on. Get you guys.
Why?
out here. It is like I'd say it's like 10 feet tall.
10 feet. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So it's got like metal like
So it's
pikes
like
in
a
the ground,
fence.
and then bars across.
Yeah.
So you can
It's kinda
see
like the
Yeah, so you can't-
Empire State Fence.
You can't throw people over it.
exactly.
Get out of my
That's
head.
That's what you were thinking, wasn't it? You're like, we could try and fucking throw her over.
No, I wasn't gonna actually throw you over. I was gonna
You
go.
pretend
Yeah.
to throw me over, yeah. But like, you're not tall enough.
It's 10 feet. Yeah, no.
Yeah, you're
It's
not
too much
tall
effort.
enough.
It's like shot putting someone up.
Just like Amora, just come here. I'll just boost you over.
Yeah.
Just-
Maramora, we're gonna
oh,
do a chair. Team
yeah, we're
spirit.
just gonna do a chair. Yeet.
She might actually fall for that.
Oh my god.
Maybe.
Oh, jeez.
Considering I have really high deception, I could definitely make you fall for shit like that.
Out of everyone,
Makes-
she has the highest insight.
True. What is it? 7?
No,
it's
it
higher.
is. Oh wait, no, it is 7. Yep.
Because you know how I remember?
Why?
I deceived you on something, and then you rolled an insight, and because I rolled a nat 20, you were not going to beat mine because my deception's an 8.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh,
That's right.
I'll just do that again.
God dang.
Hey, wanna go for a chair right into the fucking volcano?
Friendship sacrifice. Woo! uh,
I wasn't actually gonna throw her over though.
And then you just see her yeet herself over as she climbs the fence.
oh my
I
god.
wouldn't even stop you. I would probably sit there and just be like, Amora, are you okay? You mentally okay as you're doing it? Do you need to talk? Not actually doing anything to stop you.
Do you need to talk? Watches as she just plunges into the depths of the volcano.
Right before you get to the lava. Are you okay?
Oh
Should
god.
we have talked about this before you jumped?
No, I wish I had some sort of illusion magic. Because that would be funny as hell.
I've been tempted to take some illusion magic.
Good for pranks. Good for pranks.
Yeah.
So do you guys go inside?
Yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I know that I have from the first campaign.
I do remember this is not the one that someone peed in.
No.
Someone did that in the first campaign, had their character pee in the pool. I'm pretty sure they were playing a cleric as well.
They were a monk, but they were an acolyte.
Yeah, oh, that's right. And they were supposed to be respectful of other people. And they were not.
It's a good thing I'm not playing a something that worships someone. I'm not respectful to shit.
Respectful in general.
My god. So in this temple, you guys get to the area where the staircase stops, and then there are these massive doors. The doors have intricate carvings into it that Elios and Kaba can actually read. These are all various arcane symbols. A lot of them being for the different schools of magic and things like that, and then upon just pushing on them and pushing them open, you see a very large, like, pretty empty space. This isn't like the shrines. It's not even like a church or like a chapel or anything like that in here. There's the serene sound of running water. And in here there's a... you guys are on a higher platform. It seems to dip down with some stairs that goes to a lower platform that's a half circle. From that, there's a very short walkway that leads out into a full circle, and then all around those circles is just water. It doesn't look to be too deep. There are torches lighting up this place with a... some of them being orange, and then as it goes towards the full circle, the colour goes to a more bluey purple. And that's the colour that the flames stay ignited. There are a lot of markings and stuff on the floor, a lot of them in different languages, and it seems that people have actually, like, what do you call it? Like, not, I think carved is the word I'm looking for, but they have written in the stone that is on the floor. A lot of them in various different languages, in giant there's just one that says, like, like, I hope you're well, Mum. There are some in just various languages that say different things to family members, or even there are a couple of, like, I was here kind of thing, just on, like, random parts of this floor. But they're only in the half circle. The short walkway to the full circle, there's nothing there. It's just a very clean slab of stone. And even with the maybe like foot of water that is in this place, even though it's above a literal boiling volcano, it's not warm in this space. It's actually very temperate and cool. And it is very much a jarring juxtaposition from going outside into this. But just everything about this place is serene and calm.
Helios is gonna find a spot and just sit down, enjoying the cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll wander over and read random messages that are scrawled on the floor.
Yeah, absolutely. Now that you know all of your languages, all of the languages that you speak, you see things that are all over on there. You know one language. You can see stuff written in Dwarvish that you can read. A lot of other ones are just very randomish scrawlings.
I would like to spend some time and ritual cast comprehend languages and then continue doing the same, so I can actually understand all the rest of them.
Hell yes, love it. You guys spend a little bit of time here just chilling, so you can ritually cast it, not a problem. And then you just spend the next little while just walking around, reading things. Some of them make you, like, chuckle. Other of them are very, very sincere, heartfelt messages to loved ones. Others are, like, hopes and dreams of becoming academics, things like that. Others are things of, like, when I grow up I'm gonna write a memoir about evocation or something like that. I don't know if I use memoir right, but like all of these people that want to do things, and they're putting this in this space to come back to. And you can even see that some people did come back, and a couple of them that are like, I'm gonna study at this school, and then in the same handwriting underneath, I did it. It's just a bunch of those all over the place. It's really cool. It's a good time.
Can I write something down? I'm not gonna tell anyone what it says, but I'm gonna write it down in like giant.
Are you gonna be trying to carve it in with something, or are you just gonna kind of get some ink out and paint it on? It's up to you.
It's beautiful. Would I be able to carve it? I can try.
You can absolutely try. You've got a dagger.
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
I've got a few daggers actually.
You sure do.
I'll
Yeah.
use my one that I don't use.
Okay, so it is.
Which isn't a plant, so.
Okay, cool. Hell yeah. You find a space and
Right.
carve something in
Oh.
a giant.
I'll send it to you what she's writing.
Okay. What's Rourke up to? He's wandering around.
I would like to point
Yeah,
out
work with it.
Carver's nosy and would like to read what Amora wrote after she's finished.
Sure thing. Okay.
Oh man, I forgot you still had that on.
Yeah.
What language was I writing this in again?
Giant, you said.
Right.
Rourke could just wander around, like, reading stuff.
Yeah.
Once he kind of, like, realized, like, you can just write stuff here?
You see Amora just like kneeling down to do it.
He would try to find somewhere else to go just write stuff down. Like, trying to figure out what's wrong with the sky.
Okay.
Hope the world doesn't end.
The world doesn't have a good one.
Nice.
Rourke was here.
Hell yes.
Alias is a dick.
Seeing these bunch of weirdos carve things into the floor, Elios is gonna go and inscribe something in the floor too.
Oh no. Was it Alias was here?
Oops.
I like the idea that, like, all the rest of you are carving messages in these languages that none of the rest of them can read, and Carver's just wandering around reading one of yours.
Oh, no.
Is like, one of the other
Brooke
members is a
can-
dick. Go back to another one. One of the other members is a dick. I'm like, all of you? Dude?
Rock can read giant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rock can read giant.
Mhm.
I mean, I could have done it in Celestial, but I don't know if any of you spoke that. I was like, I could do Celestial, but I feel like Elios knows Celestial, so I'm not.
I think I'm the only other one that does.
Start shit talking about others in Celestial.
And just walks over, hey, that's not very nice, Amora.
Oh boy. Okay.
Carver's gotta know what we're all saying anyway.
Yeah.
He's also got enough years to know not to actually comment them. So unless you target Carver with derogatory words, he's probably not going to say anything.
I'm gonna put another one in Celestial that just says Alias is a dick.
I will just follow it up with the same thing for you. Right underneath.
I'm not going to, but it would be funny.
Just like just continuously in Celestial, just Amora is a dick, Elios is a dick, Amora is a dick, Elios is a dick.
Do you actually
1,000
try
What if
and...
it was
later.
something nice? Sorry.
No, do you actually try and write that, Amora?
Yeah.
You get Elios is and then you do write dick, and then the whole the whole thing.
I didn't want to write that one. No, I thought
Okay.
you meant the other one.
No, I meant that one.
No, I'm not gonna try and write Alias as a dick.
Okay. Don't worry. Then.
I'm gonna write in Celestial,
Mhm.
everyone is amazing. Underneath my my original one.
Okay.
What was your original one?
You'll never know.
But Carver
Okay,
will.
then we've all got our secrets, except Carver. Carver knows everything apparently.
Except himself. You all broke his mirrors.
Yeah.
I don't think I have.
No,
broken
I
anything.
specifically tried not breaking your mirrors.
No, I only have detect thoughts.
Heck, thoughts.
Does-
You're gonna be out here
Yeah.
reading people's thoughts now.
Yeah, I'll just read Amora's thoughts the whole time that we're here.
Yeah, why not? Rourke, do you write yours in common or in a different language?
Uncommon.
Okay.
The Rourke was here. You would probably write in common and giant.
Okay. Okay. yeah.
Oh, I just thought of another. It'd be really
Elios, as
funny.
you write, you carve yours in Infernal. Almost immediately underneath just comes up, I see you.
I'm gonna just like. I'm gonna continue writing it, but I'm gonna look around and see who's looking at me.
Mm-hmm. As you do your detect thoughts on Amora, what is just like the surface thoughts that Amora's thinking? Just like, what's going through her head?
Okay, well, question: has she finished carving in the first one?
I would have done it before we started carving.
Okay, well, if she's finished carving the first one, then she's on to the second one, and she's just like repeating it as she's writing it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's in Celestial. So, like, in her head, it's in Celestial.
Yep. Which Elios speaks.
You can hear it.
Yep.
Well, you can hear it. And she's like staring at this day. Goes, Elios is hot, lol. That's what she's got.
Mm-hmm.
If she feel like she's being watched, she's gonna look up.
Does it require focus?
You're just getting random people's thoughts, or just mine?
Concentration. No, it was just yours.
Mm-hmm. And you have no idea as well. You can just feel someone like, looking at you.
Just like, she looks up and looks around and just like, I really hope no one else can speak Celestial. And then goes back to
I think towards the end of it, like Carver will wander up and read the writing and sort of go, and then wander off.
Elias
hear
also wouldn't have a response for this.
All
He
you
would
hear
just continue doing what he's doing.
if you're still focusing on her thoughts, all she can hear all you can hear is, why did he make those sounds? Can he read Celestial? Shit. He won't tell, will he? No. No, it's fine. And that's it.
After I've finished writing, I'll go over and see what Amora wrote.
Yeah?
Even though I heard what she was writing,
Mm-hmm.
I would go and like just read it, not say anything, just like look at it, and then just walk away.
Would you have said, like, out loud what you're saying for the first one?
Who?
Amora.
No. So, unless he
And you would've-
understands giant,
Yeah,
he ain't gonna know what
right.
that one says.
Yeah.
He can't read it.
Unless he heard it in her thoughts because she was reading that one out too.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I would have heard it. In your
Oh,
thoughts, but I wouldn't
yeah. She
understand.
read that one out too.
Okay.
It said, fuck, where is it? I
I
literally
don't
just wrote it
understand
down.
giant, so it doesn't.
All it says is, I hope Elias finds peace in his search for knowledge.
Oof.
That's the first one.
Mm-hmm.
All about Elias. Jesus.
Hey, she's got a. She's not okay. She's got issues.
It sounds like it.
She does. Okay, she's
Uh,
not used to people.
I'm aware.
You
Good
say
thing-
that she's got issues, but Helios is the one sort of performing corporate espionage on his own party.
True. You're not wrong.
Oh god.
I never said she had good taste either. Okay.
Jeepers.
Elios is Elios, alright? He doesn't know shit.
None of us know shit. That's why we were here.
Oh jeez.
But yeah, Elios will look at what Amora wrote, nod, and then just continue looking around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Hell yeah. You spend a little bit of time here, just doing your own thing, carving stuff into the ground, and there's not too much space, but you do manage to find like a couple of spots where you can just write little things. Did you actually bring like food with you? Like, do you actually plan on having like a picnic in here?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's allowed.
Yeah, doesn't seem like a problem. You all sit down and you set up your little picnic area and have some food.
Oh, good.
Yes, you can absolutely do that. Amazing. Now easy is the GM.
Yes.
So, what happens next?
What are we doing now, Essie?
Yeah.
Lava rises up to flood the temple just enough to cook our lunch. And then sinks back down again.
Amazing.
Alright, I had to blow my nose and I didn't want to do it on camera.
No, that's so fair.
Fully understandable.
Yeah. I'll say as everyone's kind of packing up stuff and about to leave. You're gonna stand in this space and have a look at all of the scrawlings on this like massive half circle, and the additions that you made.
Not so secret editions.
Yeah.
Mine is secret enough, thank you.
You catch Rook under one of yours, the second one, in the same language. It also says, you wouldn't say that if you knew. Only the second one. Nothing about the first one.
Knew what?
Wait, what does the second one say?
You don't know.
Do I?
Is it in a language I can't speak?
No one's seen it.
Is it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will get you to make a stealth check to see if Kaba would. Because Kaba's kind of just been wandering around.
Been nosy
Oh,
in
I
that door.
see. Yeah. Carbo knows everything.
Yep.
Apparently not everything. Maybe.
No, Cub's the only one that knows everything.
Carbo places bets on everything too.
Yeah, Rourke would ask out loud, knew what?
Yep.
And just like stare at the writing.
Something else
You
comes
okay,
up.
buddy?
And then he'll write down new what.
You go to write new what underneath it, and as soon as you finish the sentence, it unwrites itself and the ground goes flat in that area.
Guess that's not weird.
Not weird at all. What are you on about?
He'll bring Grandma out.
Tell you.
Like, okay, so I wrote a message, and somebody else wrote underneath it, like responding to it, and then when I like responded to that, it disappeared.
Is this the fighting god?
No,
I don't care.
that's fair.
These things are strange and unnatural.
I mean, you gotta learn some stuff.
No, I'm alright.
Okay. He'll put it away.
Mhm. Yeah.
And then he would like look around at the rest of the party to see if like any of them have noticed.
To everybody else, nothing seems out of the ordinary. Rourke just kind of was like, huh? And then kneeled down and started to write. And is just pulls that grandma. Has a one-way conversation.
Seems normal to me. Just another day.
Yep.
It's another day with
Okay.
Brooke.
So what happened? I just wrote a message. I just wanted to say thank you, Dad. And then something else wrote back. You wouldn't if you knew. So I asked it, what if I knew what? And then it didn't like. So I said out loud, and then I wrote it down. You know, knew what, and then it disappeared.
So the floor wrote to you too.
Oh, it wrote to you?
Yes.
Wait, the floor's
Okay.
writing to you guys?
The floor wrote back to me, alright?
I mean, it did once, and then it didn't write back again.
Yes, no same.
Interesting.
The floor knows more than we know.
I mean, this is the temple for the deity of knowledge.
Makes sense.
Probably know a lot.
As soon as Amora says it, Elias is going to find basically the exact center of the room, or approximate center of the room,
Mhm.
and sit down and just not pray, but semi-meditate.
Mm-hmm. Try and
Why?
meditate
Yeah,
away the
just
psychic
try and
damage.
meditate the thought of that. Of the
Mhm.
floor knowing more than anyone else.
Oh boy.
You could say
the
Eos
thought.
is floored by the knowledge.
Yep. You could say that, you're right.
This is pretty good.
It's really. It's the floors. You just gonna sit there?
Yes.
Why?
Because I cannot deal with this right now.
Yeah, you know, we just still have to go back down the mountain. Volcano thing.
Oops. Sorry, I thought that was Kev.
You know there's a fast way down the mountain, eh?
We roll you?
I was suggesting throw you, but I mean, rolling wouldn't. It would probably hurt more.
Sounds like it'd be a hard landing.
Well, you're the lightest one. You'll probably just float down.
If you throw me,
Yeah, you're just gonna
I'll land
float.
on something.
You're light. You'll just float.
You're not very bright sometimes, are you?
Never said I was.
What if we throw you down?
I'm too heavy. I would just go flop.
Brooke can throw you.
Rock could throw me. You're right, but I am a lot heavier than you, Amora. I would just go.
Your weight
flop.
actually matters at all.
Yeah.
I'll just cast Featherfall and we'll have this happen.
Okay, you cast Featherfall on all of us, and we'll all jump off.
Sure. I'll see if I can remember how many people in the party. I can't cast until we're already falling though, so we'll find out.
How
We're
high is
just gonna
this?
keep writing on the floor. Tell me what.
Having the one-way conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Start inventing lyrics for the Backstreet Boys songs.
So tell me why. I love it.
Tell me why.
Tell me what. Tell me how. Tell me where. Tell me when. Tell me who.
Just go through all the W's.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And the H.
The WH's.
Mhm.
Just go through all of it.
Every time you try to reply to that part of the message, Rook, immediately as soon as you finish, it unwrites itself.
He'll just get like more frustrated. Listen, you can't say stuff like that and then just stop talking. It's not fair. I'm getting real frustrated.
It unwrites itself, and then next to the message, just at the end, just very slowly, ... smile.
You got
Oh.
a full smiley face.
I think that'd be the perfect point for Carver to wander up and say, "Rourke, what a nice smiley face you drew."
I didn't. The floor, it's what the floor wrote back. Floor's kind of a dick. It said stuff about my dad, and then it won't tell me what. And I'm getting angry. I'm getting angry. Floor's being a jerk.
Have you tested writing on the floor in something else? Maybe the floor can only adjust itself. If you paint on it, maybe it can't adjust the paint.
I mean, I
Do
wrote
you
stuff
have-
in Giant, and I wrote stuff in Common, and I wrote stuff in Draconic, and I wrote stuff in Elvish. It only replied to the Draconic stuff, though.
Brooke knows a lot of languages.
Do you think that it?
Yeah,
Or
we're
might be
from a
dragon?
weird family.
I feel like just writing something in each language that I know now. Just to see if it responds.
Like, I wanted to be able to write mom and dad, like, cards for their birthdays and stuff in their own language.
It's a bit hard to send them a floor as a birthday card, though.
Well, no, like, that's why I learned them, like, growing up.
Oh, right. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Ilios is gonna find a spot and write hi in every language that he knows.
Okay.
Mm,
The very first time that you go to just write hi, it unwrites itself.
it's
Rude.
like, I'm not doing this today.
It doesn't like common.
There's plenty of common on the floor.
Yeah.
Maybe it
there
just
is.
doesn't like.
It doesn't like our common.
It doesn't like
The other
aliens.
ones are celestial, draconic, and infernal.
Mhm.
Did you ever think the floor might not like the writers rather than the language? Or are you
Do you
trying
ever
to
think the
specifically blank that?
Should I
Do
just
you
use
think the
you as a writing tool?
the floor might not actually be, the floor?
Don't bring logic into this, Amora.
Did you think that maybe the floor isn't the floor because maybe it could potentially be the deity?
No, it's
Or
definitely.
something to do with the deity?
No, it.
I thought you were just gonna say it's a wall.
The floor is a wall.
I don't know.
Does that
I
mean
don't know
the
if I can-
walls are the floor?
Well, I mean, it was like the ceiling is a wall that's just above you.
If the floor, if the responses from the floor are directly from the god, does that mean he's having memory issues as well?
Maybe.
It,
I mean, let's
Maybe.
hope so.
maybe his
Rook.
soul got trapped in the floor.
Rook did insult the deity, so let's
Well,
hope.
then the deity should be being a dick.
Wait,
He doesn't
what?
like being called a dick.
That's on Amora, not me.
Rook will
Maybe we
write to the
shouldn't
floor.
insult the deity
What-
inside of their own
What
temple.
do I need to do for you to tell me what you're talking about?
They don't hurt themselves.
I don't think we're gonna get anything more.
Did all mine unwrite themselves, or was it just the first one? Just the
No,
one
all
in
of
common?
them.
All of them. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, I feel
I
like the floor's just being rude to me, so I'm gonna leave. I'm out.
Rook's gonna pull out the axe.
Okay.
He's like,
No!
"Oh, okay, motherfucker.
Getting frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
Rook, put down the axe.
Feel like I asked politely several times.
Oh, please do not attack the temple with an axe.
Amora, make a religion check.
Okay. I should roll my new dice and see if they help me.
New dice.
Finally got me new dice today.
We went to get in.
What was it?
That's a 22 because I rolled an 18.
Damn. All right. So,
These dice are nice to me. Again, they were good stuff. I was poor. It was crowded.
mhm. Yeah. At some
Yeah, I
point, I
was
need
gonna
to
go
like
kind of
show
before
my
it, but I went
sticker
to
thing
Dawson.
because I have.
Mm.
That's really cool. Yeah. You with the 22.
Yeah.
All of the temples are guarded.
I know this. Out of game, I know this.
Now you know it in character. Because unlike the shrines, there aren't people that stay here to protect it. Each deity, obviously with their elemental Ganassi kin, each have an element assigned to them. And those are the guardians. You know this. Rook, you skipped that lesson. You had something better to do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's book stuff.
Yeah. My question is, do you swing at the floor? Or are you going to listen to Amora? It's up to you.
I guess it depends how angry he is. That's part of
Like,
it.
he's not like raged yet, but you can see like some of the veins sticking out and like the lines starting. and tell the floor to stop talking shit about Dad.
I mean, I can't control what it says.
Well, right, but like, it can't say something like that and then just stop talking.
That's the
That's
thing
not
with,
okay.
deities, they're like that. And I'm guessing, with knowledge, sometimes that's something we have to figure out for ourselves. Also, does it mean like our dad, or like your biological dad, like the dude you who help bring you into this world?
I never knew that one.
I know, but it could be talking about that one.
He'll get back down. Which dad are you talking about?
Give me 1 second. Where is it I'm looking for? It says Kiln. K-I-L-E-N. Intraconic. Your dad's name is Lixon.
Wait,
I was
what's
gonna
our
say
dad's name?
Lixon. L-I-X.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's not. I don't know anything about Kiln.
Nothing comes up.
Sorry, I called you a dick. I thought you were talking about my adopted dad.
That doesn't write itself. Pretty much as soon as you finish writing dick, it starts backspacing you. Yeah.
Can
the
you
floor
tell
being
me
nice?
anything about Kiln? Will you tell me anything about Kiln?
It just says, ask him. And then that part that the conversation, aside from the, even the response under, thanks Dad still stays there, but everything under that vanishes.
Can you tell me where to find him?
You go to start writing in there, and it doesn't even make an indent. As you push harder, what are you using to carve into the stone? Or like the...
Probably just would have used like a dagger.
You keep putting pressure down to try and make an indent, and the blade pings off.
Huh.
You have a broken dagger now.
Yes.
It's always a good thing to have.
Brooke would probably just walk outside and just kind of stand looking into the lava, hands on the railing, just deeper in thought than he's ever been before.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, I fully thought of that. Let me in. Let me in! Like one in the lava. And one's in the fun bath. Yeah, I mean, being so high up, there is just a breeze that comes by every now and again, but it's just like a warm air up here as soon as you exit the temple. Yeah. Fucking floor.
Yeah. Like, Brooke knew he was adopted, but like hadn't put a ton of thought into his like bio parents.
Mm-hmm.
And now he has a name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's a lot of feelings now.
Yes. Oh boy. You all exit the temple. After chilling here for a couple hours, Brooke you stare down into the lava. If lava could burn hotter, it would? Question mark. Yeah. Similar.
He'll definitely like do some, just like pounding his fist like against the railing.
Mm-hmm.
Probably harder than he intends to, but
Mm-hmm. Amora, do you follow Rourke outside, or does anyone follow Rourke outside when he leaves?
Yes, but says a quick prayer of thanks before like going after him.
Okay. Elios and Kawa just hanging back.
Yeah, still
Elias
just generally wander the area.
Mm-hmm. I didn't get what she said. See.
Elias would already be outside.
Oh yes. Yeah. You see Rock come out and just kind of go back to looking out at the over the town. And then you hear the first impact, and again, and it's with the force that Rook is punching it like reverberates all around this like the bars. Amor, you come out and you can just feel even as the railings go up these stairs that you're at the top on, they're just kind of like shaking, and it's definitely not the wind. You get some bruising on your knuckles after a good couple of punches. You do notice it starts to bleed a little bit, punching metal. But yeah, just that raw emotion, just like, who gives a shit? Yeah. Do you do anything, Amora?
She's gonna run over to Rourke.
Mm-hmm.
And like lightly touch his arm that is... Wait, are you punching with both hands or just one?
he's probably alternated.
She's gonna like walk over to him and like reach up and like gently touch his shoulder and be like, do you want to go punch a tree over there instead? Or a bush? Or maybe the ground? Maybe not this fence that's, stopping us from falling into molten lava.
He'll probably like reach up and like wipe a tear away from his face. I never knew his name. Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
We can continue talking over there. I just don't want you to fall to your death.
Yeah, it'd probably be bad if I broke the bridge.
Just a tad. Maybe we can find you a nice stone. Or a boulder?
Yeah.
You can think of a couple that you passed on the way up. Just, yeah, that's a good punching boulder. You two start to make your way down, as does Kaba want to do anything before he leaves the temple? Because he'll just come out whenever. So, in this space cover, as you're the only one in here once Amora leaves, you go to head out the door, and there is a the archway for the door, as well as the doors themselves. They're made of a very familiar looking wood. Now that you have your memories back, I mean, this is something that you did day in, day out around the place that you were from. You recognize that these trees are from the place around your home, around Holden. Is it Holden? It is. Through like a couple of conversations with like the local lumberjacks and stuff like that, there are only specific trees that grow within that part of Fabian. And this is the main wood that you work with. And these doors have been very finely crafted of it. And while you're in here by yourself, this place weirdly feels like home.
I suppose at the last minute he'll carve something else into the stone. I like your wood. And then wander out with just that.
Yeah, absolutely. Swing open the doors and head outside. The change in temperature picking up as Elios is still out there. Amora and Rourke have started their way down the mountain. The two of you start to make your way down as well, meeting up with them not too long after to find Rourke punching a boulder. There are a few like craters in it. And as you get there with a very big swing, Rourke, you connect with it, and it just kind of splits in half and starts to almost start rolling down the mountain as you very quickly grab it and kind of just like lay it on the flat side. It's like, stay. And start punching it again. It helps. Alleviates at least that initial frustration, but it still kind of is in the back of your mind every now and again once you're like, okay. You try to focus on the next thing, but every now and again you just get the name Kiln in the back of your head. Anything you want to do while on a volcano?
On the way back, Arbor back to would like a little light bulb goes off in his head, and he would like to cast sending to Archmage Sesame.
Yes, absolutely.
All all it will say is sandwich of holding.
Okay. Does he recognize your voice enough?
Creature hears the message in your mind, recognizes you as the sender if it knows you.
Okay, perfect. In that case, is a very long pause before you just get. I see. Swing by Canellan sometime. Love it.
I knew he'd be the right guy to talk to about this.
You all head down the mountain. You get down to the bottom, back towards the town, and continue about your day, just doing things. Whatever y'all want to do. I will chuck up a BRB really quick because I have to really go to the bathroom. So we'll take a very quick break. You guys discuss what you want to do next. Excuse me, sorry. And we'll come back in a sec. Yeah. I have to make sure that I mute things. So I'm just gonna deafen completely. So Stream won't be able to hear you as well. I forgot to mute myself in stream.
We didn't plan anything.
We planned murder.
Yeah, fuck.
Now that I believe.
Hey,
Mainly Alice's murder.
yeah. What started
Via,
that?
via Rourke. Because they're gonna
Actually,
spar.
It went from being murder hobos to having a fight between Elios and Rourke
Oh, God.
to the fight with Elios and Rourke. Elios is just gonna continuously drag new people into the fight.
Oh my god. Amazing. Why not?
Just Rourke tries to punch Elios. Human shield.
Oh, it's my favorite hemomancy spell.
You're terrible people. I swear to
Armor is
fucking
just
God.
a living shield.
Yeah. Why not?
Elios is gonna go shopping. He's gonna buy a cast iron pan, and he's gonna give it to Rourke. Be like, "This is now your magical item."
Is this actually happening?
Turning him, are you turning him into
no,
Rapunzel?
that is what I want to
Oh
do.
man,
Yeah.
cast iron.
Yeah.
A cast iron.
And that's the end of the campaign. Everyone dies.
The cast iron pan was the result of everything.
Look,
We
we
found
had
the
too
real
many
reason.
puns this session, and it's only a short one.
It's the
Too
point.
many.
We got to do a lot in the short ones that we don't. That way we can space them out in the long ones.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Deal with it.
Just in a funny mood, you know, in a little silly mood.
Fair enough. I do want to say, what time did you guys want to, wrap up? Should we say like 7:30 or 8? Is that way we're finishing like an hour?
Go into our break time. 7:38. Yeah, that's how.
I thought we usually braked at like 8 anyway.
Yeah, that's when we normally break.
Yeah, so we can just go to our normal break time and then call it.
Sounds
Yeah.
good to me.
So should we go for another hour, let's say?
Yeah.
Cool. Sure.
Oh, you missed something, by the way.
Oh,
Puppy.
Amazing. Brooke. So confused. God, that's a mood. Just
The other one does it too.
where
I
am
can
I?
get it.
Who am I? What's happening? I have amnesia.
Liar.
It does too. Yin and yang. Amazing.
Leia and Mara.
Adorable.
Oh, it looks like it might attack me though.
Both Star Wars names.
Nice.
Rock, you did get an inspiration point from EC.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
You also got a cast iron pan from Elios.
You did too.
I think that is way more important.
I'm sorry, it was too funny to pass up. I just watched that TikTok today.
Now I gotta find a stat block because you're 100% gonna use it.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I'll find one. I'm certain there would be one out there. Someone's made it.
Yeah, it's
I'm
definitely
sure, yeah.
a bludgeoning weapon.
It'd just be... I mean, it'll be similar to a club. I'll find it and let you know. But yeah. Elios goes shopping. Rock gets a pan. And everybody else chills about their day.
Swimming
Hell yes.
again.
Absolutely. Just a question. Did you fill in the hole you made?
Oh yeah, I don't think we discussed doing that.
Wait, which hole?
The massive
The
hole
hole.
that you made to find the tome. I believe it was 3 or so days of digging.
Yeah.
Oh, that people literally watched us make.
Yep. Amora, as you go down to the beach, there's just a dude that's walking along the beach, without a shirt on, and like in some shorts, and like some long pants that are rolled up, with no shoes on, just walking along the beach. Sees the massive hole, puts his hands on his shoulders, on his hips, and goes. And all of the dirt goes into the hole. There we go. And he continues.
Can she just yell, "Thank you," and then just go swimming?
The person turns around and just sure. They are a dragonborn with like massive spikes up their back that go up and across their head, and the parts that go to like the back of their neck get longer, so it actually just looks like a massive mohawk, but the ones on the back are a bit shorter.
That's pretty cool.
They're orange. Yeah. As
Even
they're just walking
cooler.
along, people are like calling out to them and just being like, "Hey, Dolno! Hey!" He's just walking along, just saying hi to people. A couple of people like run up to him and just ask him stuff or whatever. Everyone knows him here. Yeah.
Elios is gonna follow him.
Yeah. You follow him and you.
Alias
he-
stalker now.
He walks along the beach for a little while, talks to like a massive amount of people, does like random magic throughout the day, just helping out people, and then you follow him as he seems to be making his way home, and that's where you find out that he goes to the massive mage tower in this city. He seems to be the town mage.
I was gonna try and catch him before he was gonna go home and just ask him a whole bunch of questions.
Well, I mean, fully. As he's like getting to the door, he probably swings it open and turns around to you and just says, "Do you want to come in?"
Give me a bite. Yes.
he no. He's like,
I wasn't trying to
yeah.
stealthily follow him.
Following the whole day.
Oh, he's only out for like a few hours.
You've been following him around
yeah.
for a few hours.
Yep.
It sounds like something Elios would do, just lose track of time because he's following someone.
But yeah, you walk inside.
Stalker confirmed.
He like stands on this little rug, and a spectral person walks over to him with like a broom and just starts like brooming at his feet to get all the sand off. He just like turns his feet and is like, "Thank you."
Elios is just gonna be like, I need one.
Oh, unseen servant, very handy. There's a bunch of things.
I need it.
The figure just like stands there with the broom and turns to you. They don't have a face. They're just like humanoid shaped, but they just like turn to you.
I just nodded it.
And just like broom your feet of all the sand.
Elios is gonna like try to ignore it, but secretly enjoying the sweeping on his feet.
Fair enough. Hell yeah. So, I know this town pretty well. I haven't seen you around, so you seem to be interested. I can help you. And he literally like leans back into a chair, kicks his feet up onto a table.
Well, we had a very interesting time at the temple today.
Oh,
The floor spoke back. And I figured by all the magic you were doing that you would be high up in the town, so I thought I would come talk to you.
Well, it hasn't done that for as long as I've been around here. And I've lived in this town my entire life. I mean, the sorry, my brain was just like, nope.
But I was like, in my head, as soon as you said it hasn't done it since I've lived here, I was gonna turn around and just be like, well, you're not out then, and just leave.
I mean,
No, I actually I won't do that. I will just stand there and just listen.
I mean, the thing with the knowledge god is they are also called the messenger. That is quite literally one of their domains. So it could be a possibility that they were trying to communicate something, but none of the deities have been heard from or even, you know, not even any temples or shrines for at least the past, I believe last I read it was around 3,000 years, maybe a bit more. Yeah.
Well, it only responded in, what was it, Draconic and Infernal.
Mhm.
Yeah. And other than that, it erased whatever we tried to write.
Ah.
It only kept a couple of things.
Well, I mean, the nature of the temple, it tries to avoid people just mindlessly graffitiing it. So, I guess if there were things not really of that much substance, it would probably get erased due to the magic. But also, I mean, there are things like trickster spirits, the fae, devils, demons, genies, I believe. All those things that like to camp out in temples, that like to try and poke fun, you know, get a rise out of people. So that is always a possibility, sorry.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you for your help, though. It was nice meeting you. Oh, my name's Elios, by the way.
Oh, Dolno. Nice to meet you. You gonna be around in Tottenham for long?
For a little while. I don't know when me and my party are gonna set off.
Fair enough. You're probably not really used to this side of the continent, huh? This part of the continent, I was gonna say. Yeah. It kind of depends on the Dragonborn, huh?
Yeah, I really like my cold, and we just came from down south, so.
Yeah, I've been there maybe once or twice. Whew.
Not your cup of tea?
No, so I know how you feel. At least it's cooling down. That normally around the early stages as Zephyrs come, it doesn't look as nice as some of the more grassland and forested areas, being a desert. But we still do get some interesting plants growing.
No, it's definitely been interesting being here.
This is well, I believe now it's secondary to Murstone. The second most magic, what is even the word that I'm trying to find? magic and knowledge advanced in End of Latov. So make use of all the stuff that you can.
Thank you. I will.
Yeah. Don't mind me asking, but and please do feel free to say no if you're not comfortable. May I ask your lineage?
It's very complicated. I am of 2 dragons.
Just 2?
Oh. How would I explain it? How would Elios explain it?
When he says this, he goes from looking you in the eyes to just looking at your chest, and just kind of looks very curiously. Like,
Yeah, so Elios's markings are pretty distinct. Like it goes like white, and then it's deep blue on his chest, where his all his other body is pretty much like faint. Like you probably wouldn't pick it straight away. But if you're Dragonborn, you're kind of gonna know like that.
Yeah. Give me an Arcana check though.
Arcana. What is my Arcana? Four is 19.
Nice. There is a very faint, kind of like gleam to his eyes as he's like looking at you at this moment. There's definitely some kind of magic at play here when he's asking you, "Are you sure?" So he's not really looking at your markings. He's looking at something else.
Yeah. As I notice this, I will walk like a bit closer to him. And what do you mean? Am I sure? Do you think I do not know my own lineage?
He puts the chair onto all 4 legs and motions his fingers as a chair swings out behind you. I mean no offense. Your aura, or the aura of your soul, it is in 3. That's why I'm curious.
Now we get into the more complicated things.
I will not pry if you wish to enter the conversation here.
I'm okay with continuing the conversation. It's more, I don't know how to explain it. Elios will grab out one of his notebooks and like turn to a fresh page and like write out how to explain it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Instead of saying it, and then hand it to him.
Okay. Give me kind of a summary of what's kind of down there.
Pretty much he'll sum up from having amnesia to getting his memory back, and what he's now remembered, like the facility side of things, and the talk of deities and all of that.
Okay.
And yeah, it will be very summarized.
Alright.
It won't go into depth of like where he's been in that. It will basically just be like what he knows of his lineage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you include the interactions with this other Dragonborn in the Weird Grey Plane, and or any mentions of ethereal dragons?
Probably very briefly.
Okay.
probably like summarized, I had a moment where I spoke to a Dragonborn that wasn't actually there.
Okay.
Kind of thing, yeah.
Huh. Takes a couple minutes to read over it before, just kind of humming, as he reads. Interesting. The thing is with these auras that your soul is in parts of, two of them are, well, very clearly genetic, and one seems to be formed through magic, while sharing very similar the magic and one of the genetic auras very clearly coming through on out in your markings. The lightning and the cold. The other would be very hard to miss if it weren't for the high tiered magic. It is, well, it is quite literally ethereal, as you've put down, so I'm sure that you've put two and two together. But as a person that has studied magic for a very, very long time and looked into many things, I do want to preface that I don't want to treat you as some kind of experiment, because you're not. You're a humanoid. And to be treated as an experiment as such does fill me with quite deep rage. But I cannot help to be interested and intrigued.
I'll be happy to fill you in on more if you want to get to know. Be happy to bestow my knowledge onto you.
Perhaps in return, I can do the same.
It'll be much appreciated.
Well, what a sorcerer's form. I understand that many of our kind do turn quite a harsh eye your way. Please do let me know if that happens here.
It hasn't happened in a long time now, and I can handle it myself, but I'll let you know.
Good. I will not have any kind of that. There is no need for it. I'm glad it's not happened in a while, but still I'm apologetic that it happened in the first place. There was a Tyler's brain, I'm so sorry.
Oh, good.
There was someone I met quite a while ago in my younger years of studying, and while only very specific Dragonborn were able to do so, I have a very, very strong inclination that you would be able to do this. It was a merging of breath weapons, combining two different forces. I can try and see if I can find them again.
I have a feeling I've done it by accident.
Ah. How so?
Well, I was trying to perform my breath weapon, well, use,
Mhm.
and it didn't seem the same as when I had used it before. It sparked, and then it froze in front of me.
Ah. Very interesting. I believe the way that that they were using their evocation magic specifically was a way to simultaneously bond the two elements into one very fluidly, so it would do both. I mean, if you've already been able to spark it,
I'd be interested in learning how to do it properly,
absolutely.
for sure.
I'll see if I can dig up some contact information, or I'll think of something. I'm normally about the town every morning, just tending to the townsfolk. But, if you see me around, or if you wish to come here to speak again, you're more than welcome anytime.
I will definitely take you up on that.
Good, good. A pleasure to meet you, Elios.
It's been a pleasure.
Now, show you out, and as you're walking away, he's just leaning against the door frame, just looking off into some random direction and just like very clearly thinking before and he just turns inside. The door swings closed. Yeah.
I'll make my way back to the beach where everyone else, I'm guessing, still is.
Yeah. Amora would probably still be swimming around to the beach. Kamba, what are you up to?
He's sitting in the edge of the surf, paddling with his feet, and reading. Finally, actually reading the tome instead of doing stupid things like making codes and planning to forget them.
Hell yeah. What about Rogue? What are you up to?
Rourke would have been either looking for a fight or trying to get a workout. Like,
Hell yeah. Okay.
he would look for the workout first.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's like I know there's not like an arena,
Mm-hmm.
but if there's any like fighting clubs, boxing matches, whatever.
Okay. You wandering around and then decide, start picking up the pace a little bit, turn it into a jog. Sightsee, if I find something else better to do, I'll jump into that. And that's when you end up in the housing district area. I'm just kind of jogging along, and you hear just like a bunch of like hollering. Not in any kind of negative way, just like cheering. You kind of like pop your head around just one of the one of the houses, and there's just like a group of like 15-20 people, range of people, but all incredibly muscular, and they seem to be having an arm wrestling contest. And a couple of people are just kind of like chilling at the front of the house. Massive, like, bulging arms. They're both having a smoke. When someone comes around the corner, it's like, hey, Come on, you're up. Ah, fuck. Like, puts it out and jogs back around the side. Person that called out to them looks over at you, is like, what are you up to?
Okay.
That's all I need. Let's go. You hit around the back, and there are a couple of people like sitting against the fence with like a bruise on their head, and they're just like holding ice to their arm. And as you get into this like area, the person that called over to you, he just kind of like folds his arms and is looking at the two that are currently arm wrestling. That's well, I thought of a name and then immediately forgot it. That's Conra. She is undefeated at the moment. And as you turn over to where Conra is, he's just like sitting there, like picking at her teeth. She's an orc. As the person is just like straining, they bring in another hand and they're just like, they go toppling over, pretty much do like a flip and land on their ass. Another dent on that side of the table is made, and they're like, I'm gonna turn the table again. Okay. And they pick it up and turn it. Every side has a dent on one side, but some are more dented than the other.
Mm-hmm.
She's just like looking around at everyone and spots you. You're up. Let's go. Cracks both with knuckles.
How much?
I'm just doing it for fun.
Okay.
So, people are betting on pots though. Yeah, people are betting though. If you win, you get the pot.
We'll throw in like 5 gold.
Nice.
Loser buys a drink.
Deal. Hello. Where'd my desk go? Make a strength check. Okay. Fairly even. You two are kind of what's the word? Straining. And you can see she's not putting in too much effort, but then is like, oh, okay. And then she starts to put in a little bit more effort. If the person rolls more than 5 indifference more, then they pretty much like annihilate the other person, or unless you roll a natural 20. Otherwise, it's kind of just like a back and forth. So you two keep a pretty decent go with each other. Roll another strength check. Okay. She starts to push you onto that side, but you still manage to keep it from hitting that side of the table. Still, she puts in a little bit more on you, and you're like, oh, chick's strong, holy shit. But not enough to beat you. So, let's go again. Oof.
Yeah.
From that side, she rolled terrible. She's starting to strain, and you immediately just woof, and slam her hand down onto the other side. She rolled a 3 for a total of 7. So you annihilate her. Math and things, but like, hell yes. She is immediately just like nodding her head and grinning, like, good. I finally met my match. Alright, pot's yours. Let's go again. First of 3.
Yeah.
She puts up her arm again and goes, Loser buys dinner.
Deal.
Alright, roll your check. What number is that? Okay. Very, very close to the same. Again, you try and keep it right in the middle, the two of you. She's starting to flex a bit more to try and push your hand that way. But not. Go again. Oof. She rolled a natural 20. Unless
Nice.
she immediately is just like, I like free meals. And slams your hand down that side. A little bit of pain. Couple of little splinters in the hand. They turn the table because that side's kind of fucked. And she cracks her knuckles. Alright. Cool. Go for it. Immediately, do not give her a second to even, like, put her elbow down onto the thing first. You're just like, nah. She rolled a natural 1. And in this case, you fully actually just need to get a new table because you slam her hand through it. But she doesn't stop grinning. Immediately, just like the table is like chucked to the side as she grabs it and just kind of like flings it. And someone like runs out with another table. It's like, people are like betting left, right, and center. People are on your side. They're just like, yep, all on him. Let's fucking go. Like 10 gold. Let's go. Yeah, they're doing that kind of thing. Let's go. Roll the game. Nice. She goes in, but you can see she's a little bit like shaken. Her confidence has been wavered a little bit, but she's trying not to show it. And she starts to like flex a bit more to try and push your arm down. You've got this in the bag. You hold it up back a little bit, and then her hand goes down. Everyone, like, in this space, even the people that are just, like, cold packs on their shoulders are, like, leaning forward, like, and immediately, when you win, they, like, throw up their arms. There are two dudes that are like, hey! Nice.
So,
Give
like,
each other a fist
as
bump.
they're, like, locking up, Rourke will just go, winner buys breakfast?
I'm gonna say that's actually what kind of like stops her for a second. She's like, the split second of like processing, slam. Well, guess I'm buying. Deal. And these are all grown-ass adults, by the way, but you still hear a couple of. Yep. A couple of people stand up to, like, oh, yep, nah, we're going. I'm taking him on next. And someone comes out of the house. There is a tiny little gnome woman who comes out with a rolling pin and just goes, told you to stop running this shit here. Get out of my backyard. And one of the guys who's just like been taking bets is like, shit, get out of here. They round up whatever, and you get, I'm gonna say, like 45 gold. People put it in big bets, and this is a pretty decent part of the town, so people will just throw money about. People start heading off as you walk off with this orc woman.
Rourke will take 5 gold, walk over to the gnome woman.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, ma'am.
She like swipes it, puts it in the pouch of her apron, and she doesn't say anything. She just kind of shakes her rolling pin at you. She doesn't look to be that old.
No.
Yeah, but she's acting like a cranky old lady.
Mm-hmm.
You make your way out, and she is waiting there. And says, "So, what's your name?"
Rourke.
They call me Joint Trampler.
I bet.
You can call me Dola.
Nice to meet you, Dola.
Alright. Your pick. Let's go.
I mean, I'm new here, so where do you like?
I'll show you a place. To head off and get some food. You head on over to the Twin Sun pub, which is in the higher class area. And she walks in, and a couple of people behind the bar just like wave to her and like generally happy to see her. These people are wearing like fancy clothing and things like that are all across in different booths and stuff like that. She's wearing like some track pants and a t-shirt, but she doesn't give a shit. And like the t-shirt, the sleeves are rolled up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You find a seat, have some food, and once you have food and dessert, she puts down her drink. She finishes it. So I suppose I'm getting a room here, huh?
I have a room at whatever inn we're staying at.
Okay. Lead the way. You go back to the inn that you guys are staying at. Fade to black. Hell yeah. All of you guys fill out your day and rest up. The same words. The same for the rooms here, so if you had any meals at the tavern, it's 5 silver and a gold for the room. Brooke, you really only have to pay the gold. You got a meal from Dollar. Okay. I realized that I didn't change the music afterwards. We've just been playing Elios' song. I didn't think about it.
A nice song.
It is really good. I was listening to it and I was just like, I can imagine Elios like in a library right now. This is perfect.
You're gonna need to send it to me.
Yes. Yeah.
Was not listening.
It's been so fun listening to these because there are songs that I'm just like, I can picture like a very, very specific scene that like this would come under. And I've been trying to find ones that like that swell really like just really well. Very specifically for Rourke, so it just feels like very heroic. And the songs that I've found so far, I'm very, very happy with for you. Hell yeah.
Perfect.
Hell yes. You all wake up in the morning, have your breakfast, and Elios. As you wake up this morning, he feels kind of fuzzy. It's not a hangover thing. Definitely not a hangover thing. This feels different. You can't really place it. Takes you a good little bit to kind of get yourself up out of the bed. Just, everything feels kind of weird and hazy. sit on the side of the bed for a couple of minutes before you get up, and it seems to have worn off.
So while I'm sitting down, I'm gonna do a little bit of praying to
Mm-hmm.
the Wildstorm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty much just praying for the day to be good, the weather to be shit,
Fair enough.
Yeah. or
Okay.
weather to be cold, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Seems to have clouded over today. That's nice.
Seeing that it's clouded over, Ilios would be like, it actually worked.
Absolutely. Hell yes. Kaba, you've been making very good progress reading through the tome. Getting a pretty good grasp on subjugation. In a way, it's kind of like it's basically just like mental magic. Not so much that all of it does psychic damage and things like that. It is very specific, like things to do with the mind. Like, there are certain spells that let you transfer memories and even emotions from yourself to another person. A couple of hemomancy spells you come across, there are ones that do pretty much things that are no shit, the opposite of healing. You've heard of a spell that does when someone's really hurt and they're pretty much on death's door, it can pretty much stabilize them. There's a spell to undo that in Hemomancy. And a lot of these spells are pretty fucked up. And even in a part of the book that you read, there's almost like an how do you say this word? Excerpt? Excerpt? Yeah. Kind of like on the side when it gives you a description of Hemomancy properly, because it's all about blood magic. That in Latov, Hemomancy was considered a absolutely criminal offense, and it resulted in banishment and stripping of all magical abilities. Chronology you just find incredibly interesting. It's all about time, and the fuckery and shenanigans of that is just interesting to you. So there are I don't have it in Roll20, but there are actually spells for chronology. I will send you a link. So whenever you level up from here on out, if you find a chronology spell that you really like, you can choose one of them. I haven't got all of the subjugation and hemomancy spells up yet, because subjugation is a magic school that I've made. So I'm still working on altering spells from Pathfinder to 5e. But I'll put a couple of them out. They'll be in the Excel sheet, so I'll work on doing some of them. But you can pretty much start learning them. But everything to do with hemomancy just seems wrong and terrifying. Yeah.
So the subjugation and chronology one, you'll like do the typical sort of, you read something, you sort of try maybe a little experimentation. Can I at least get a feel for it? Hemomancy, he will read very carefully without actually doing anything, in the hopes that he can at least recognize it.
Yeah, absolutely. There's some weird fucked up spells, and you can understand why these people would be exiled. Even to the point where there is a. It's on one of the very like kind of last pages. There is like another annotation. That just says. It's kind of just like a note to them. Who is Kian Lapras? It's just a bunch of question marks. Don't stare at me like that.
Is that last name?
I was
Can I
trying to
ask that
remember which
last
one of
name?
the guys it was, and thank you for that.
No problem.
Oh wait, do I both those names?
Kian Lapras.
Hmm.
That was his full name.
Sounds familiar. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was Hayden's character.
That's right, yes. I remember
One
now.
with the ferret that no one ever remembered.
Yep, Barty.
Yes!
Bartholomew. Or Barty.
How the ferret fucking survived.
Yep.
I remember what
It was chaos at the end, but he never. We never knew his proper ending either. So this can go anywhere.
No! That's right. Oh, fucking hell.
You're welcome. You can hear a bunch of music and stuff playing outside as you go out and see the streets are filled with people and stalls. And there seems to be some kind of festival going on. A couple of people are running around and doing a bunch of things. You can see there are things to test your strength. There are things to test your wits, test your dexterity, how quick are you, all these things. And there are even some things for like, pretty much just like guess where the coin is under the cup. I forget if there's like an extra title for that, but it's actually
Shellbit.
Oh, okay, thank you. There are there's someone doing that, and they reveal that it's under none of the cups, and they're just like, this was a test in your sleight of hand. As you're wandering around, there are just people all over the place, and we can come back to that next session.
I wonder if their end of festival fireworks are going to be as impressive as the last one we went to.
We'll see.
I doubt that.
Yeah, so you guys end on the morning of the 27th of Ardelight. Cool. I will make sure to do your oh my god, XP, that's what it's called, and update it. But yeah, this can be the end.
How much XP do you get for killing a boulder?
I'll have to check. Can't
More
remember
than
off
you
the top of my
get for writing on the floor.
head. No, I have my own XP system, and it just pretty much rewards more for roleplay, because a lot of the XP stuff is just like, you get XP for killing things, so you guys get XP
See,
for resolutions and happy. So.
I'm the weirdo that's just like, you level up.
If we
Here's
did
a
it by
level.
milestone, it would be kind of weird, because there's not really a way to determine it without you guys like going a very, very long time between each, and I wanted to make it so you had some at least 6 levels of not, I suppose it's 5. Yeah, 5 levels of not knowing what your character stuff was.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. Thank y'all. I'll catch y'all next week for some festival activities.
Good session.
Festival activities.
Yeah, we're just gonna fuck some shit up.
Yeah, why not? We've had arm wrestling, boulder punching.
You're gonna fuck up some festival activities?
Yeah, I'm gonna stand in front of that shell game, the hiding the stone game. I'm gonna detect the guy's thoughts.
Why
I'm
not?
gonna be
Hell yeah.
like, it's not under any of those, mate. It's just
Oh,
Wait,
I
is
want to
it-
see the guy be prepared for that.
Is there one of those things where someone's like sitting above like a tank of water, and then you can like throw and try and get them in the water?
I'd say so, yeah. For like aiming and stuff like that, sure. Why not? There's gonna be a bunch of them in there, I think, or more.
Heal us and put him up there.
I would.
Elias just
Alias
walks
on it.
past it and just shocking grasps the tank as the person drops
There are
down.
children participating.
No,
we should.
Elias does
should-
not care.
We
He
should
doesn't
make him
discriminate.
sit up on there and try and get him in it.
Oh my
Good luck
God.
convincing him to go sit up there.
Incredible.
I don't want to get wet. This is not the wet I
Okay.
enjoy.
We all have terrible aim.
Oh my God. You're nasty.
I am. We've had this discussion, Tyler. I am definitely
damn
fucking nasty. I'm not a person you want to be in the fucking group with. But also, I'm.
But here you are.
It's not my fault I'm here.
Is it your fault you stay? That's not meant in a mean way.
It's my fault I'm still here. It's not my fault I am here.
Oh my God.
We're all having a great time. It's fine.
Exactly. That's the main thing. I'm glad.
Exactly.
But you.
It's a
And
good
now I have-
campaign.
Thank you.
We're having a laugh. Best fun yet.
I look forward to destroying your next campaign.
Oh, that one's gonna be fun. Phew.
I already
I'm
have
probably
my character for that next campaign.
gonna- Yeah, you do.
I
Super tall mushroom boy.
I partially have my.
I'm going to play a man.
A mushroom
I would- I'm gonna be playing a woman.
Play with everybody.
Hey,
To be
why not?
fair, Tyler told me about the race that he's come up with, and I'm like, yep.
Which
Yeah,
one? There's a few.
there are a few. It's the one that you want to play. The Edo Trender people. The
The
plant people.
mushroom man.
Yeah.
Well,
The mushroom is a subrace of it.
I will be
Yeah.
my own race. I won't join you in the mushroomness.
Well, no, that's why there's different ones of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I just want to do
cannot-
mushrooms so I can have a cool head.
Yeah. I cannot wait to just fill the world with like adorable little flower people that are just everywhere.
Yes, sunflowers.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All of them.
Yes.
I think it'd be.
Emu mushroom boy.
Can you tell if she's happy by just the release of spores, like a Minecraft cherry cloud or something?
Uh-huh. Can't get too excited.
I'm just gonna be a native New Zealand tree person, just walking around.
A rata.
Why not?
Oh, I was
Rata.
gonna be a coffee tree. What are you on about?
Not a pahutakawa.
Nah, why would I want to be Butakawa?
Um, Because they're pretty.
New Zealand's Christmas tree.
I'll just be a silver fern.
We're all gonna be plants.
We're gonna be plants.
plants. We all have to use this race that he's come up with.
Hey, there's many more to choose from. You could be a bat person. You could be a dog person.
no, I'm gonna be a plant. I want to be a plant.
I'm gonna be an emo mushroom man.
You could be a
I'm
dead
gonna be a-
Ganassi.
I'm gonna be a non.
I'm sorry, did you say a dead Ganassi?
Yes.
an undead Ganassi? Or
Yeah,
just a dead
exactly.
Ganassi?
No, you're just dead. You start the campaign and you're dead. They are
Right,
undead Ganassi. I also have
Okay.
banshees.
New character.
Collection of mushrooms that has infested a dead body and made it animate.
That's just a circle of spores.
Yeah. The return of Sumi as Raiden.
Oh, amazing.
It just reminds me of the
I love Suicide.
the mushroom that infects ants and crawls their way up to tops of trees and goes.
Oh, god dang.
And they grow out of the ant's head.
It's disturbing.
Yeah.
If I find the name of it, I'll send it to you. 'Cause it's
Nature's
actually
disturbing.
Really, really interesting.
Oh. I've been watching Hunter x
Thank
Hunter, and I'm on the Chimera Ant arc. Fucked up. So good.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
It is so good.
Oh, okay, well, I will let you guys go though.
Okay.
Have a good rest of your night and weekend, everybody.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Have good.
Yeah.
Boy.
Bye. Thank y'all for hanging out. It was a good little session. So we will be back next week on the 12th. And then the session after that will be our long session because we won't have D&D for 2 weeks. I am hoping that I'm not going to be too sore for Tuesday's stream next week. So I'm getting my wisdom teeth removed on Monday. So we shall see. But I hope you all enjoyed. It was a fun little random session. And next week's session is pretty much just going to be like the equivalent of a beach episode. In the past campaigns, I've kind of done a thing where it's been at some point you can't really ignore the main plot, so you have to just keep going to resolve everything. With this, I've definitely wanted to try and make it a bit more like there's still time, it's fine. So there's still like still time for everyone to build up their character and have moments and build up on things that they want to, and also just have fun little random episodes. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Have a great rest of your weekend. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Talk to y'all later. Have good. Bye.